tell us about the changes made by engineers in Australia for civil construction design courses. Welcome back everyone, and today we are back again with more questions to answer, and also today we have a very interesting topic. So, Engineering Australia has made some changes. People were panicking about it. I've had so many queries from so many RTO leaders asking so many questions regarding what are the changes, how it affects diploma and advanced diploma of civil construction design courses, and what can be done. And we are updating our package also. So, and as just to answer all your questions and all the queries, we have our expert here again, Mr. Ben Thakkar, who can answer the questions. Also, let's say if we have forgot any questions in this video, if you have more, put down on the comment and we will make sure that we will cover those questions in our next video. So let's get started.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yes, there's few changes from EA. I think last month they have issued few documentation and FAQs and stuff. So yeah, look forward to cover that.
Yes. So first, very basic question. Tell us about the changes made by engineers in Australia for civil construction design courses.
Okay, great question. In a nutshell, if I wanted to cover up few changes. First of all, they now have integrated the diploma course as well. So before it was more on advanced diploma, now they cover the diploma and advanced diploma civil construct design as a one package sort of stuff. That's number one. They have also introduced some mandated unit, and that's why we need to import some of the unit from other courses. So they mandated some unit. They also mandated the unit sequence that need to be delivered. Then also they have introduced the capstone assessment in the advanced diploma course. They also expect that competency mapping done according to the EA standard. So not only the training package requirement, but there are also EA standard and EA specific, Engineering Australia specific requirement that when we're designing the course or content, that needs to be aligned as well. And they are giving a guidance that when we're using a business unit, then we need to customize or contextualize to the civil construction concept, because if that's not done, it can create, then EA might not give you accreditation as well. So those are the, in a nutshell, major changes that happen.
Question that I wanted to ask, like how to meet that EA's new requirement and what documents that need to be updated?
Great question. First of all, to meet the EA requirement, first we need to understand the requirement. So definitely this video will help you, and also we will put some link for the EA document as well in the video, so you can read through it. Make sure yourself aware that what are the changes there. Then you need to start what we have started. The first thing is the updating the task document. So as I said before in the previous question, that there are some mandate unit, there are some unit that import, there are some unit sequence to be followed. All those things that need to be incorporated and updated in the training and assessment strategy. We also need to meet the minimum volume of learning hours that recommended by EA. So I will start with the task first, because once I have a good clear task, and in the task document I also need to mention that how these courses or diploma and diploma course going to meet the EA requirement. So you need to specifically drill down and explain those in detail. So that's number one, I will do it. Second, now I have a task developed, now I have a structure in place. So if I don't have those diploma courses, I would put them into the scope as well, so that I will prepare for other document for the scope. And also meantime, then now I said, okay, now I need to get the resources. So do we want to do those resources in-house and update that, so that way you should read to the EA requirement and then integrating and updating, or you can get the resources, somebody already mapped those EA requirement for you, like wet resources. That's the second point I would do. And I also would check that how these resources actually meeting the EA requirement. Is there a mapping document that have for EA requirement separately? Because when you go for accreditation or any of those things, those are the things that Engineering Australia want to see. Then other thing I would say, what are the other unit alignment? Then after next thing I will say that those business unit, how I'm going to contextualize, what are the things I'm going to update. So if I'm updating the learner resources, I also need to update the question and answer and also a scenario, because you see sometime in the business one, it always have the business related or any of the business related scenarios and stuff. Now it needs to convert into the civil construction related part. So those are the things that I would do.
And when you were saying, I also heard that about minimum volume of learning. So what I wanted to ask you is, what is minimum volume of learning hours that need to be met?
According to EA, there's minimum 1600 hours that require across diploma and advanced diploma. That's a minimum. You can have more as well.
And is there a minimum time frame?
Yes. So according to EA, full-time equivalent 2 years is the requirement. However, you can have a bit more as well, but that's the minimum part.
Okay. And one more. Does RTO need to follow that EA mandated units and sequences?
Yes, they must follow the sequences and mandated unit. If they not follow, they're not going to meet the EA requirement. Therefore, the course is not going to be accredited, and the student have completed those courses may not get the relevant licenses as well.
How to meet that 30 days in an engineering work placement?
Yeah, great question. So in the EA requirement, there is a requirement of workplace is around 30 days, 6 weeks. So that can be done through simulation placement. That can be done through an industry project. That can be done that they might do an industry visit. That also can be done on portfolio tracking. That also can be done that somebody will come as a guest lecturer and explain all those things. So there are quite a few areas that can be covered. So that's how I'm going to meet. But I need to make sure that overall I cover the 30 days of practical alignment.
And also, can RTO duplicate the units across the qualification?
Yeah, great question. So Engineering Australia specifically said avoid any duplication, because therefore that's going to affect the whole structure of it. So we need to avoid any duplication across the qualification.
And another, let's say, if like from those questions, if we have missed out anything and if you wanted to throw light on some particular or maybe any important
Okay, so I think we've pretty much covered, but let's say in a nutshell, if I want to do, we will put those things, but overall what I say, get your thesis right, make sure your trainer also cover the trainer metrics and all the new unit requirement, you map that properly. So what I see that this is an opportunity to review the whole course, training, assessment, everything properly. So you making sure that your courses and delivery align with Engineering Australia requirement. Therefore, you can easily apply for accreditation, or also the student who completed the course with your RTO, not going to have any problem with Engineering Australia.
Thank you so much, Ben. We have covered so many questions so far, and I'm sure all the RTO leaders out there, you got the answers. And again, as I said before when the video started, if we have missed out anything, please let us know if anything else that you wanted to know. And thank you so much again, Ben, for all the information and all the insight that you have put it on today's video.
Thank you, Mahi. Thank you all. See you next time.
Subscribe for the next RTO update. Get in touch with us today.